It's one thing to discover a new hair growth recipe, it's another thing to actually try it and for it to actually work. So I discovered this new recipe and today I am going to be reviewing it. I'm going to be trying it out and reviewing it. So you might just want to stick around to the end to know if you should try it or not. So the first thing we are going to be using is Vaseline. Yes, the usual Vaseline, the usual petroleum jelly. I don't know who came up with this thing because never in my life could I have imagined Vaseline helping in hair growth. I even made some research, but we'll get to that. So the next thing we're going to be using are our cloves. You guys know we love cloves over here. Very good for your hair, very good for hair growth, very good, just generally good for hair growth. The next thing we're going to be using is our rosemary leaves, another very good ingredient for hair growth. Yeah, it does wonders for your hair. You're going to love it for your hair if you've not tried it for the first time. I used about 1 tablespoon of my cloves, just 1 tablespoon because we are making very little quantity. Okay, then I also used about 1 tablespoon of my rosemary because we are also making very little quantity. It's just for trial. Yeah, it's just for trial, so we don't want to waste our ingredients. So this was what we have, and then I went ahead to blend my ingredients, my dry ingredients. Just blend them or you ground them, whichever way is suitable for you. Just blend. Okay, it's better when blended, so I heard. So I'm going to scoop out my Vaseline. This is just 50 ml, right? Yeah, this is just 50 ml of Vaseline. I decided to use a small one because it's trial. Okay, we're just trying it out just to get a honest review, and that is what I'm going to be giving you guys in this video. Now, Vaseline contains petroleum jelly as its main and active ingredient, which is basically made from a blend of natural waxes and mineral oils. While Vaseline is very good for your skin, I have my doubts about using it on your hair. Now, I have a video where I spoke about Vaseline, the several ways you can use Vaseline. I'm going to have it linked in the description box. It's also going to appear up here. While I recommend this for your skin and other uses, we're going to find out if it's good for your hair or not. I mix my dry ingredients with my Vaseline, and then to get this to mix properly and to melt also, I am going to be using the double boiler method. Okay, so I place this in a pot of boiling water and then I let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes just to get the active and the most potent ingredient in our rosemary and cloves to properly infuse into the Vaseline. So you might just want to leave this for about 15 to 20 minutes if you're doing the double boiler method. Okay, there are other ways you can do this, but I am particularly making use of the double boiler method. Now, when my time have elapsed, I brought it down and this is what it looks like. Now, with the Vaseline, you want to do everything you're doing while it is still very hot. Immediately you're getting it out down from the heat, you want to extract it immediately, because once you leave it, it starts to solidify and it gets very difficult to get out. So you want to do everything you're doing while it is still very hot. So with the help of a cheesecloth, I sieved my Vaseline and my cloves mixed. Okay, so you can use whatever you use to sieve, whether your wig cap or stockings or whatever it is. Once you're done pouring in, you want to make sure you get every bit of the oil, which is basically the Vaseline. Yeah, you want to press it down or squeeze it so tightly just to get everything you need out of every liquid, basically every liquid out of the chaff, right? So with my chaff, I have no particular use for it again. You can go ahead and add oils to yours if you want, but with the Vaseline in it, I don't think I want to use them again till I actually know how it feels on the hair. This is the first time I'm trying this, so this is going to be a blind review, right? But I make sure I squeeze everything to get every bit of that Vaseline because it is already small, so I cannot afford to waste even more. This was what my chaff looked like once I was done with my extraction. Like I said, I had no need for it at that point, but if after this video you still want to go ahead and add oils to yours to make like a hair oil, you can go ahead. So this was what my mix looked like, still in its liquid form. The next thing I'm going to do is just to put this away in a cool place, just to get it to solidify. Now if you have a refrigerator, you can just pop this into a refrigerator. It is going to, solidify even faster. But if you don't have a refrigerator, just put it away in a cool place and it is still going to solidify. Just give it some minutes or hours and it is still going to solidify. Now this is what mine looks like when it is fully solidified. It feels like a hair grease. So now I'm going to show you guys how I used it. First of all, I started off with spraying water on my hair, because before I do anything on my hair, I go in with water first, right? I go in with water first because your hair basically needs water. At all times, your hair needs water. So I massaged the water into my scalp and to my strands. And then the next thing I did was to use a leave-in conditioner, to use a moisturizing leave-in conditioner. And I'm going to be making use of this Mega Growth leave-in conditioner. This is because I noticed the Vaseline mix that we had is more of a grease. It is more of a sealant than it is of a moisturizer. Right, a sealant is not going to moisturize your hair. A sealant is just going to lock in the moisture in your hair. So you need a very good hydrating and moisturizing routine before sealing in. So I made sure my hair was properly hydrated and moisturized before I went in with the Vaseline mix. This is what my Vaseline mix looked like. Right, I am not going to be applying it, just to use it and seal in the moisture in my hair already. And I am going to be making use of very little quantity. Now you need to note that while this contains very active ingredients, very good ingredients like cloves and rosemary, it is still very vital to note that it actually still contains petroleum jelly. Right, and petroleum jelly is not something you want to go heavy on, especially on your hair. So you need to be very careful and cautious while you're using this on your hair and on your scalp, because too much of it can actually clog your hair follicles. And when your hair follicles are clogged, blocked, it makes hair growth very, very difficult and impossible, and it is the opposite of what you're looking for. So if you must use this mixture, you have to be very careful of the amount you put in your hair, because while it contains very good ingredients that are going to help your hair grow, it is also very, very, very tricky. So you need to be very careful and cautious with the amount you put on your hair. It can also get very sticky and then attract build-ups and dirt and dust, right? But one thing I specifically love about this mixture is the shine it gave to my hair. You can see the shine, you can see the sheen and the way my hair was shining, right? I love that so much, and it smells very good as well. Now, to answer the question, does this actually work? Will this actually grow your hair? Will I be recommending this? Now, because this contains ingredients, very important and active ingredient like rosemary and cloves, it can help your hair grow, but you have to go very light-handed on it, because if you go too much on it, it can give you the total opposite of what you're looking for. It can clog your hair follicles and then makes growth really, really slow and impossible. Another thing, it can lead to build up of dirt and dust, so you have to go really light-handed on it. So maybe once in a week it's fine. So yeah, that is what I have to say about this mixture. It smells really good as well, and it's going to make your hair shine. I hope I answered your questions and your doubts are cleared. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you found this video really helpful. Please do not forget to leave a comment down there in the comment section, share to people you think might need this video, subscribe to me if you've not yet subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. My name is Oluchi, and yeah, bye guys.